Hi. All right, weekly updates now because I don't want to leave you like 90,000 messages and there's nasty gook all over this laptop. So let's see. Monday, actually last Sunday, one of my best friends came in and so we hung out a little bit. It was really good seeing her. She came in all the way from Boston. She was off of school for Passover break and is going back tomorrow, actually. We hung out Monday. We did some studying at Starbucks, really boring stuff. And then, of course, girls being girls, we were like, let's go shopping. So we went shopping. Be proud, I was going to say I got nothing. No, I got a new, like, gym bag that I needed. But that was something that I kind of needed. And then Tuesday was school. I stayed after on Tuesday to give like an extra tour after I took Lisa to the hospital round 1. They did all these x-rays. We sat in the hospital and they came out and they're like, everything's fine, don't worry about it. So we went back home and then I ended up parking on her street because she said I could, and I had to give an extra tour after because it was like Loyola transfer students were coming in and I was like, hey, I was a transfer student, I'll give a tour. So I gave a tour to this really nice group. It was actually a lot of fun. It was a really nice day. Then I come back, and I was just like, yes, I made some extra money and everything, and there's a parking ticket on my car window. I was infuriated. It's like a really big, just, understatement. I was so pissed because she told me I could park there, and then it turned out I couldn't, and I was out like $75. So, fun times. And then Wednesday, I did some homework, cleaned up around the house a little bit, and then I went to go see Time Flies. Oh my god, they were absolutely amazing. Me and my friend Tommy ended up going because Lisa was supposed to go, but she was just like, obviously she couldn't go. And then when my best friend that flew in from Boston was supposed to go, but then she couldn't go because she had a lot of homework to do. And then, my friend Smitty was supposed to go, but then he ended up going to Jersey Boys, and then our friend Dom was supposed to go, but then he decided he was being too lazy and was going to sit at home and watch hockey, which I could have also done, but whatever, besides the point. Hawks weren't playing that day, so it doesn't matter. And so it was just me and my friend Tommy that went, but it was a lot of fun. We ended up meeting up with my friend Megan, and then my other friend John was there too, so it was a lot of fun. But the concert was amazing. They had 2 opening acts. There was these like twin brother DJs that were really cool. And then this guy named Goldhouse. It's like kind of a band, but the guy kind of sings alone. But he has like 2 other people in the band, or like 1 other person, I think. But their stuff was great. I don't think it's music that you'd like, but like I have like a really eclectic taste, so I can go from listening to like Red and Slipknot and like Chevelle to listening to like country and then listening to stuff like Time Flies and Goldhouse. So I have like a really random taste in music. And then Thursday was just class, nothing too out of the ordinary, but then Lisa ended up I slept over at Lisa's on Wednesday night, and then she ended up, getting picked up by her mom early on Thursday and going back to the hospital. It turns out, like I told you, what happened. She's fine, though. She's out of intensive care. She's in, like, her own little room, and they're just kind of keeping an eye out on her. She's going to be on blood thinners for, like, the next 3 to 4 months, I think. But she's going to be okay. It was actually kind of funny. Like, we went in there, and she was like, I'm the healthiest person in the ICU, which she was, because everybody else was, like, straight out of surgery or whatever, and she was completely fine. But other than that, it was all right. Nothing too bad. And then, let's see, Friday, which was yesterday, I did absolutely jack shit. What did I do yesterday? Oh, I went to work. I had work. I had my very first day at Athletico. Not very first day, second day, but I was on my own. Second day. Not first day. I was on my own, so I worked with patients and stuff, and it was kind of cool. I definitely have to get a feel for it, but it was cool. It was cool to see. And then, let's see. And then I was supposed to go out with my best friend that came in, but we ended up only doing a Target run because she still had to write her paper because she's a procrastinator. And then I went out for the Penguins versus Flyers, Devils versus Panthers, and Detroit versus Nashville. Oh my god, games. So I was like hockey galore yesterday. It was so great. Pittsburgh ended up losing. Detroit ended up winning. Yes, I'm not supposed to be cheering for them. Mortal enemies of the Hawks. But one of my really best friends is a giant Wings fan, and I hate Nashville and I hate Weber for the hit that he executed on Zetterberg. Completely unnecessary. Time was stopped. Puck was not in Zetterberg's possession, and he just takes Zetterberg's head. Like, they get into, like, a little tussle. I love fights in hockey, by the way. I'm such a dude. They get into, like, a little tussle, like, little kind of shoving thing, and then Weber just takes Zetterberg by the end of, like, the back of the helmet, and they're standing by the boards at this point, and just, bam, just, like, smacks the head into the headboard. And you know what the worst part is? Frickin' Shanahan didn't do anything about it. He gave Weber like a $2,500 fine, which is absolutely zilch compared to what they make and what anyone else would have gotten fined. It's like, it's so weird because it's during the playoffs. He should have gotten fined at least like $75,000 to $100,000. That could have been a fatal hit. Like, if he gotten hit in the nose the wrong way and got it shoved up his head, like, Zetterberg would have been dead. So $2,500 for a hit that had been executed the wrong way could have caused him to die. He didn't get any suspension. Shanahan completely dropped the ball. We always joke around that Shanahan like has dye in his office, and like for whatever violation people have that's like in danger of getting suspended, he just rolls the die and he's just like, oh, okay, 5 games, that's what you get. And this time, he didn't get anything, so we're like, what the fuck? Is somebody playing Yahtzee with his die? So he's just like, you know, $2,500 sounds fine, no suspensions. Everyone's, like, infuriated. The hit was completely unnecessary. It was after stoppage. It's just a big mess, but we're thinking that it's just because it's the playoffs and it's Nashville and they fucking need Weber that Shanahan just didn't do jack shit about it, which is completely unnecessary because that's exactly what the NHL is trying to get rid of. Like, they're trying to get rid of these stupid-ass just, like, hits to the head that it could be so fatal and just, like, brain concussions and all this shit, and they're, like, not doing anything about it. So it's a little bit infuriating. And I've ranted about hockey for the last 2 minutes, and you're probably like, fast forward, do not care. Cubs beat the Cards, so, yeah, at the Cards home opener, so much for World Series champs, right? This is gonna be the year. And then, oh, by the way, on Wednesday, we had to pass by Wrigleyville to go to the Metro where the concert was, and I was, like, in awe. I've never been to Wrigley Field. Like, I've been kind of by it, or I've driven by it, but I've been a Cubs fan forever. I was a Red Sox fan before that, but nobody's supposed to know. I also love the Giants. But I've never been to Wrigleyville. Not Wrigleyville. I've been to Wrigleyville, but I've never been to Wrigley Field, which is, like, completely random that I haven't, but I haven't. But that was kind of a lot of fun, just passing by. I, like, took touristy pictures, like, oh my god, there's the Wrigley Field sign, and just, like, everything. It was so funny. My friend Tom was just, like, laughing. He's like, you've never been to Wrigley Field? How is that even possible as a Cubs fan? But besides the point, I've never been to Wrigley Field. Lay off my case. I guess, I mean, I knew there was something funny that I was supposed to tell you, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. It's my phone ringing. I have the most obnoxious ringtone. I have Good Girls by Matt Mayfield as my my ringtone, and I've had it for about the last year. I haven't changed that ringtone once. My friend Mike, that actually turned me onto a fuck ton of the music that I listen to now, was the one that showed me Matt Mayfield, and that was the first song that he played for me. And I vividly remember the first time he ever heard my update, like when my phone rang. We were walking. He was walking me back to like my friend's place late last summer. It was like, 12 o'clock or like 1 p.m. and my friend was like calling me. She's like, when the fuck are you getting back home? And I was like, I'm walking. He's getting me there. Calm down. And my phone went off. And before I picked it up, he stops. So we're walking. He stops mid-step. We're in Rogers Park, by the way. Turns around. Are you kidding me? And just, like, gives me this, like, condescending look. He's just like, are you joking me? He's just like, you're a little too obsessed with that song. Like, he knows I listen to it all the time. I still, to this day, like, if I'm, like, in a really, like, it's kind of, like, a really good rocker song. So anytime I'm kind of like, yeah, I need to be in this kind of mood, that's what I listen to. And he just, like, completely judges me for it. And it's the funniest thing. But, yeah, that's about it. I'm trying to think of if there's anything funny. Oh, on my tour, I like almost tripped over a trash can. It was really embarrassing. Nobody warned me. I told them I was gonna be walking backwards and to warn me if that kind of stuff happened, but they didn't. So I couldn't, and it was just really embarrassing. Other than that, that is probably it. I see that I'm coming up on 10 minutes, and you're probably just like, oh, so bored. But that's about it. I hope you're having fun. I know it's like a really cool woodland excursion, and I want to hear all about it. Hope that playoff beard is growing in well, and it'll bring the Hawks some luck. Because today they play, hence this. Yeah, they play today. Hopefully they'll tie the series because they lost last time, and it was a really crappy game. But Keith Seabrook, oh my god, that's his younger brother, Brent Seabrook, tied it with like 14 seconds left in the game. Just everyone erupted. Like, it was amazing. Everybody just started screaming. Great atmosphere. Ended up tying it and ended up losing in overtime. Besides the point, they'll tie it. And if not, I'm going to break things tonight because that's just obnoxious. We're playing Phoenix, by the way, so they shouldn't be. No. And that's about it, I guess. So hope you enjoy this. Hope you didn't die of boredom, and good luck, and hopefully I'll hear from you soon. All right? Bye.